Good morning and thank you very much. Delegates on the dais, academicians, experts, entrepreneurs, software engineers, students, budding entrepreneurs. Uh, it gives me a great pleasure to be here coming down from Delhi to attend this event of SIDA. And while on the way from the hotel to this place, I was talking with Varadarajanji, the background and how the SIDA was set up and how the IT industry is really looking up and starting to look up in the city of Madurai. So it was very heartening to know the entire journey that SIDA has taken up to now, and that it's now close to about 80 strong members who are now part of the SIDA. And these events which are on regular basis that SIDA organizes, obviously the term synergy is the right term where we are looking to kind of have the positive. As an engineer, we always know that when the natural frequency meets, the synergy is achieved. So that's what the synergy is all about, where the government, the academia, the private sector all works, the industry all works hand in hand, in tandem, to create that synergy to do what we are set out for. And this is perhaps the correct platform where we can actually understand the requirements of the sector, while also make this as an opportunity for the government to let you know as to what all we are doing and how you can take advantage of various things which are pertinent to the place that I am here today. So I am in the Ministry of MSME, and incidentally we are in March 2026 we are finishing the 15th financial cycle, and we are transiting into the 16th financial cycle from the 1st of April 2026 for the next 5 years. This is the time when we look back at whatever we have done and whatever programs and schemes that we've been conducting, and then go back on the drawing board, take a lot of suggestions, do the impact analysis, and then make those changes to increase the impact, to touch the areas which have been otherwise rather latent and not been addressed to, and make the entire support system even more robust. So again, as I said, this is a great occasion for me also to be interacting with all of you to understand what is the requirement of the software industry here, of the IT industry here. And while the government and in the entire federal structure, including the state governments, have really done very well. So I always maintain that if you are an innovator or an entrepreneur, this is perhaps the perfect time to be an innovator or an entrepreneur, because the ecosystem is really gearing up to have an all-encompassing support to an entrepreneur. And not for nothing, the country has risen, the fastest rising country on the Innovation Global Index. I mean, we were around 81 or 82 in 2014, 2015, and now we are at 39. That's a sharp rise. And this is based out of the fact that the startup ecosystem has really gone northwards. We see that we were a few thousands about 6-7 years ago, the startups, and now the startup ecosystem is what, about 1.2 lakhs and more every day. The unicorns, we were around in single digits, 4-5 if we look not too long ago, and we are now 115 unicorns or 114 unicorns if I'm correct in the country today. The innovation ecosystem is also reflected by the fact how many patents are getting filed. So India is the 6th largest patent filing nation in the world. But over the last 5 years, this patent filing has increased by 15% year on year. And the last year, 2025, we had filed more than 1 lakh. Crossing 1 lakh in a year was the first time ever in the history of the country. This clearly shows that there has been some support system which is which is pretty much in place, that these systems, let me also, because we are here and the private sector is here, the gross expenditure on R&D, which is GERD, G-E-R-D, it has grown more than double in the last 4-5 years. It stands during the last year, it stands at 1.27 trillion Indian rupees. Out of that, majority is from the private sector. So the turn of the events are such that the innovation and the R&D ecosystem is supported pretty much also by the private sector, and it is basis these investment into the R&D that the country is really growing on the innovation and the technology sector. Let me take this opportunity to also mention a few things, what the ministry and the government of India is doing, how you can take advantage of a few things that we are doing. I assume that there are a lot of academicians and people representing their technical or management colleges here. So the Ministry of MSME has a very good scheme, which is the innovative scheme, where we recognize you as a business incubator and we give you some grant for machinery and plant procurement for propping up the ideas or innovation. Please go and register, and we will get the in principle approval for you all. So there are already close to about 700 host institution and business incubator under the innovative scheme. Please do join. I would request all the academicians here to go to the, I think if you can write it down, it is innovative.msme.gov.in. And there you can go under the under the incubation chapter, and then vertical, and then you can register yourself. We'll do the needful afterwards. So that is the system where any individual with any idea across the country can select from a drop-down a host institution and submit its idea. And after we found some value in the idea, we support it with 15 lakhs of rupees. And that innovator is going to work with the host institution and prop that idea up. Then comes the design aspect. So if that idea assumes some shape and it needs some design validation, some proof of concept or improvement in an existing design, we have partnered with the top technological institutions of the country, IISc Bangalore, IIT, all the IITs, NITs, and there we give 40 lakh of rupees for design support. That design problem is tackled by from the drop down menu. If you are geographically located in, say, Bangalore, so you can always go and click on IISc Bangalore and then carry on with the support of the design, and we give you 40 lakh of rupees just for supporting the design aspect. And after everything is done, you have an IP in place. We have the IPR scheme, where we have around 80 odd IPFCs all over the countries, intellectual property facilitation centers, and we give you not only reimbursement of the patents, but we also support you filing of the patents, not only Indian, but also if you want to file it on any foreign country, any IP that you want to secure, we are there. And we give 1 lakh rupees as a reimbursement for domestic patents. We give 5 lakh rupees for foreign patents. So this system is pretty much doing very well, and the Ministry of MSME now claims to be the biggest supporter of IP in the country, with close to about 4,000 IPs already supported. So take advantage of these few schemes that we have. Also, I would like to mention here, we have a very good policy and a program which is into investment into the equity of good companies, good MSMEs. So here, which is called the Self-Reliant India Fund, here the government of India has a fund of 10,000 crore rupees, and 40,000 crore rupees is from the private sector, and we impanel a lot of daughter funds. So we have already impaneled about 69 daughter funds, and we have supported 671 MSMEs with an investment in the equity to the tune of 15,000 crore rupees. So it is, if your company has a vision, it is and it is looking for any venture capital funding or any angel funding, you can always go and register on the SRI. You go search the Self-Reliant India Fund of Ministry of MSME. We are there. If you have definitive plans in your mind, if we think that the company is really poised to make it big, we will be investing in the equity, and you will be getting the investment into the equity. It's almost like a Shark Tank kind of a thing. But from the government side, it is working pretty well, because it's only been about 2 years, and as I said, about 670 MSMEs are already supported. Here I would like to make one distinguishing factor between a startup and startup is an MSME. For the Ministry of MSME, we support the MSMEs. So all you need to do is to go on Udyam registration portal. Most of you would be knowing about this portal. We have 7.8 crore MSMEs already registered. Go on the Udyam portal. If your turnover is less than 500 crores, you will be either a micro or a small or a medium enterprise. So register yourself, and all these incentives that I am talking about will be available to you, including the SRI fund, including the design support, including the IP support and everything. IP support and the incubation support obviously is also for individuals, but for the companies, I would request all the members of SIDA to at least register as an MSME through the Udyam registration. So this is something that I wanted to tell you. Also, we have a chain of technology centers. So technology centers are looking to give the industry grade trainings, and also give plug and play support to the MSMEs for state of art technologies. In the ministry, I am also the nodal officer for the programs on artificial intelligence, and you would be knowing that India AI mission is pretty much in place. And India AI mission is also, MSME has partnered with the Ministry of IT for the India AI mission. We have recently launched a hackathon of 1 crore rupees to select 2 softwares, which would be obviously based out of AI, of Gen AI. First is, we have a system of online dispute resolution, where we are looking at support from a tool, AI tool, which is supporting in case management, in online negotiations, and templatization of hearings and similar stuff. You can always go on the internet and look out for this hackathon. The second is regarding an e-commerce website that we have built, where the MSMEs are. Anybody of you have heard about ONDC, on Open Network Digital Commerce? So this scheme, which is a team scheme, which we say as team scheme, which is trade enablement and marketing scheme, is supporting the MSME latch onto the ONDC bandwagon. For that, once the MSME is registered, for it to be able to select the SNPs, the seller network participants, the buyer network participants, the logistic service providers, we have launched this hackathon also as part 2. The part 2 of the hackathon is any AI tool which can support the matchmaking of the MSMEs who have registered on team program with the SLPs, LSPs, the SNPs and the BNPs. So I'd request, because I am in the hub of the software industry here, I'd request if something on Gen AI, any startup or any entrepreneur is looking to build, please take this opportunity, and I think the last date is 22nd of February. The window is still open. The second point is, I would like to call upon the software industry here to create an AutoCAD software of the country. We have, the manufacturing industry is really suffering of late, because the I would not name that software, but the AutoCAD and CAD software, which was of foreign origin, was earlier priced as, I mean, you could have bought the life subscription. If once you've done that, you would not be required to pay anything else. Now it has gone for subscription mode. Every year you have to, the manufacturing industries have to pay us a hefty amount to continue using the software. And that is coming at a cost for the micro, small and medium enterprises. And over the period, we have actually been completely reliant on these CAD/CAM software. I would request the software industry and the IT industry here. We are going to launch another hackathon through India AI Mission on this. This is a kind of information that I am giving it to you. Please look into developing a robust Bharat AutoCAD, Bharat CAD/CAM software. I am giving almost a challenge. I'll be going to all different places and giving this challenge to everyone. The manufacturing industry and the Make in India initiative actually requires an Indianized version of CAD/CAM. So make sure, I mean, if something you can do about it, we'll be very, very happy, because it is the MSMEs who are suffering now, and we would like to alleviate their pain. So that's all. I think I've already, crossed my time limits, but yes, it was pleasure to be here. I'm open to questions. I'm also open to suggestions. And while I'm here, as I said, we are back to the drawing board. We are looking at giving a few incentives to the various sectors in the country which are representative of the MSMEs. Any suggestion, I'm all open to it. Any questions or any other queries that you have, I'm open to it. Maybe after the session, we can have a discussion, or any suggestion. I would really like to note it down, and hopefully if any suggestion of some merit is given to us, you would find it in the next programs and the schemes that we'll be bringing out. So thank you very much, and it was a pleasure. Thank you all.